no teníamos nosotros una autoridad para discutir.
Siempre pues las infecciones al estómago.
Los pocos ingresos que tiene no le alcanza a veces para cubrir y trabajar en mejores condiciones. No es fácil ser minero artesanal, es muy difícil, es un trabajo muy sacrificado.
No nos gustaría, creo, a ninguna madre ni a ningún padre que sus hijos también sigan este mismo camino.
De los 120.000 mineros que tenemos en el país, más o menos el 80% está en la informalidad. Esto lleva consigo de que los mineros artesanales no puedan ejercer sus derechos, estén sujetos a condiciones difíciles de venta y también de trabajo. De que venga para la organización que produce comercio justo, para que venga en capacitación, mejores condiciones de trabajo, seguridad, nuevas tecnologías, mejorar el tema dentro de mina, el procesamiento.
Bueno, al inicio, cuando nosotros comenzamos a trabajar en esta actividad minera, no teníamos ningún tipo de implementación de seguridad porque trabajábamos empíricamente, sin implementos de seguridad, sin ningún tipo de medida. Sin embargo, hasta el día de hoy ya tenemos bien implementado, tenemos un ingeniero a cargo, recibimos capacitaciones, recibimos charlas al momento de ingreso y estamos implementados, ¿no?, con nuestros equipos de protección.
Las expectativas para nuestra comunidad es cada vez desarrollarnos para mejor, teniendo, digamos, perspectivas en el ámbito de trabajo, en su mejoría, en el ámbito social.
Ahora como que nuestro oro va a entrar al comercio justo, yo me siento contenta y también creo todas mis compañeras, porque ya es una retribución que va a venir a nosotros en beneficio de nuestras familias y también de nuestra población que bastante necesita de esa ayuda, pues, ¿no?, que va a llegar.
The whole village is just one great big mining village.
Yeah.
Y no tenemos chance.
Yeah, I mean, I would totally relate to that. Nobody wants to be exploited. But does he not think this is exploitative?
Self-exploitation.
Does that make it better? Does self-exploitation make it better?
Well,
No?
pues más arriba. Ay, sí.
And this is the entrance to the mine. It is amazing when you think, this is where your jewelry comes from.
I know.
Podemos grabar la historia de él, de Juanita.
That's it, is it? See?
Él tiene
That's the gold.
Ella
And to think that that product is the foundation stone of modern capitalism. And the oldest trade in the world. If you can hear me over the racket, those are the rock crushing machines. This is the mixing barrel.
And the mineral and the
The cyanide from the process.
it's not that removed, but the cyanide is
Entonces ahí de lo que está diciendo alimentación.
underneath. They have a system of tubes.
La prensadora, ¿qué más?
Cianuro viene desde arriba mediante una manguera.
So the gold
El oro.
that comes from that mountain ends up in that blue tank.
Ahí está el oro.
This is the activated carbon.
Cargado con oro.
In the end, they are the owners of the bar of gold, and they sell in international banks para la cooperativa.
Espera.
Vai trazer para la cooperativa. Espera.
Mucho.
Tica. ¿Oye, van para allá? No, yo
This for me is very sad. All this devastation and land clearance, all in the name of gold. And it's not that mining isn't environmentally disturbing. Of course it is. The trouble is, the people that have done this would have no intention at all of restoring the landscape to its original condition.
la subí a la zona.
It's a very simple request. Buy fair trade gold. Extremely well thought through process, and obviously an entire family's livelihood depends on it. I find it strangely beautiful.
¿Un platino?
that platinum as well? Platino? Gold and platinum.
Is entire small-scale mine.
Do you know you've still got your sunglasses on?
Laura todavía con los lentes de sol aquí metida en la
That's why it's extra dark for you. Great, so this is it. This is what it's all about. That is, I mean, putting it in a nutshell, that is revolutionary gold. All of a sudden, this piece of gold has a soul, it has a location, it belongs to a geographical community. I am very excited. That's the deal. Gold is the foundation stone of modern capitalism. It's also the oldest, well, second oldest trade in the world after prostitution. Got to keep things in perspective, but then again, what did you pay your prostitute in? It has this bewitching effect on people. It's glamorous, it's secretive, it likes to be a law unto itself. Well, I'm at a refinery in the north of England. I'm here to talk to them today about them coming into the fair trade system. Basically, the idea is if we've got a traceable gold source, you don't want to contaminate that traceability from outside of that particular supply chain. So that's part of the unique service that these guys do. Do you do the testing here, or would we send them off to go to Sheffield?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, with the gold that you buy in shops at the moment, you don't know where that gold has come from. You don't know whether that has come out of a poverty-ridden hole in the ground from bonded dollar-a-day workers. You don't know if that gold has gone to fund militias or whether that's blood gold. You don't know, and that's the issue. Well, this is some footage which I shot in Peru. Here we have what are called quimbalate pits. In that pit is about a kilo of mercury which has been amalgamated with gold. The water is being drained out by these kids. When that water is drained out, they will end up physically handling mercury. Mercury is highly neurotoxic, so effectively you go stark raving loony bonkers. What we're doing is actually a partnership between two organisations. Effectively, in the next 6 months, you'll be able to walk into a jewellery store, buy a piece of jewellery, let's say a wedding ring or a necklace or a bracelet, made from certified fair trade, fair mined gold. Anything that comes under this label is not coming from large-scale mines. The majority of the industry is the small-scale miner. They are 100 million or so around the world that are dependent on that. It's the second biggest employer in the world after textiles and agriculture. And nobody knows. We are now in what we call the commercial adoption phase. That's talking to all the industry players, all the industry actors to get them into the system. Parallel to that, on the ground with the miners, they've applied to be certified as fair trade, fair mined mines, and that auditing process, certification process starts July, August 2010. We're going to get some celebrity endorsement, do a mine visit with a celebrity. There's bucket loads still to be done. The impact of this gold, with the premium paid, will go into health, education, midwife, environmental programs. I mean, it's a myriad of development opportunities. We're just It's the best story, best gold story in the world now. My name is Greg Valerio. I'm the founding director and principal owner of Cred Jewellery. We're an ethical, fair trade jewellery company. What we are doing as a jewellery company is we are promoting the idea of fair trade. We want to make it culturally unacceptable to buy a piece of jewellery that is not in some way independently, which is very important, certified as socially and environmentally responsible. So you as a customer, you know that what you are buying, that it's not in any way damaged or exploited anybody in its creation. So you have complete peace of mind and peace of conscience that what you're buying is having a positive impact. That in essence is what we are trying to achieve. And it is a huge mountain to climb, but the really encouraging thing is that we are finding that customers love the idea. There are very, very few places where you can get this. So essentially in the UK and Ireland, the only place where you can get this process is through Cred. And we've spent the last 10 years investing research and development into this process to make it happen. The first mine that we got in contact with, that we made contact with, was the Green Gold mines in Colombia. I literally got off the plane, I got into a Land Rover, I drove to a small town, jungle, I got out there, got into a boat, we went up the river by 3 hours, we got out of the river, we walked into the jungle for another 3 hours, and we kind of turned a corner. And it was a very amazing experience because you're literally just following these tiny little river courses up to the jungle, and it's just dense, virgin rainforest. And then you just come out up this little waterfall, kind of turn left, so to speak, or turn right, I can't quite remember now. And there you are. There's a green gold mine. There's a couple of guys working there. And actually what they're doing is they're reclaiming an old disused mine that had been trashed by a large-scale mining company years ago, and they're basically they're working the gold deposits through, they're reforesting as they go, they're saving the topsoil, and they're effectively recycling and restoring that environment back to rainforest. Well, if I look at Americo's mine, who's one of the guys that we buy from, firstly, it's a family-run business. So the money which he's earning is staying in the community and staying in the family. He is saving the topsoil, so there's no topsoil erosion. He's not using cyanide or mercury to extract the gold out of the ground. So there's no toxic pollutants and chemicals going into the river courses. He's a part of the community councils, which means that he's one of the elected people who are looking after the social premium that is being paid on the gold, which is helping to go into the health and the education of that particular area.
What's he say?
That the man's been working here for 4 years, is it?
Right.
5 years.
4 or 5 years. And what he's got in 4 or 5 years, if a machine came, it would take it in a whole week.
It's 100% pure. That's what's so brilliant about it. You know, when I say that is pure gold, you know, I don't just mean that that's pure gold in terms of it's just the gold in the ring. I mean it's ethically pure.